Hello, this is LPR coarse fishing, and today I'm going to be doing a coarse fishing rig which is going to be good for shallow river fishing. Starting off the tackle, I have some 3-pound line here. I don't want it to be too big just in case I get caught in a snag, so I could just pull it off easy. And then here I've got some number 6 weights here which I'll be using towards the top of the rig. Then going down towards the hook end I'm going to be using some number 8s. Then obviously to cut line I've got penknife and scissors as always. Then I've got a 50 gram, 0.5 gram float here. Then here I've got some float rubbers, and then obviously the rig winder. And then in here I'm going to be using some size 18 tie-on hooks, barbed as well. Right, so now what I'm going to do is just explain why I'm using such a small float. And basically, when I want to set the depth for the float, I only want about that much showing off the float. So the smallest of fish, like the bleak or really small roach, can just pull that down. As soon as that goes below the water, I can just whip up and I've got the fish on the line. And that's why I want a really small float, and also you want it to be quite small in the water because you're fishing right towards the top of the water, only about this deep into the water, so you don't want a big float, so then obviously your line's going to be further down in the water. So that's why you want to be using a small float near the top of the water. Right, so now I was going to be doing the loop that goes onto the end of your elastic, and then here you just want to pull it through and it makes like a double knot. As we've been shown in all our other videos, you put it tight, and then I might just do this one more time just to make it doubly sure that I won't lose my whole rig. So just pull it tight like that, and that's what you put onto the end of your elastic. Cut the slack off here, just maybe like ½ an inch away, like that. And then, so it doesn't get tangled up on the end of my rig, so I want it to be really nicely presented. For this rig I don't want to really have too much line. The shorter the line the better, so I can be quicker with my bite. When the slope goes down I can be quicker to react because there's not as much line in the way. So I don't really want to be, I'm kind of almost in line with my power kit there. My float rubbers on, but because this has no eye, I had to put another float rubber on the visible part of the float. And then down here I've just got a white one here, and then I've got an orange one down here because the white one's a bit too loose, and then the green, and then this one's a bit too hard to pull all the way up, the orange one, so I just put that just on the bottom to make it easier for me. So here I've got a size 18 whisker barb, and I want to use a smaller hook because we fish on the fen, so there's going to be a lot of small fish in there, not too big a fish, so it's better to have a smaller hook, and then having the barb basically guarantees me the fish once I've hooked it, and also quite a lot of bleak in there, and the bleak, when you hook them they wriggle a lot, so they can just find their way off a normal hook, so a barb should be able to keep the smaller fish on. So now my hands are a bit too cold to tie the hook because it took me quite a long time to do that because it's about 1 degree out here, maybe 0, so it's extremely cold at the moment. And then here I've just tied it on by making a loop and then putting the line back through that loop 6 times, and it makes it pull it, and I'll make a little figure of 8 and I put it back through that just to tie the knot. And then if you want to learn how to do that, when it warms up a bit we'll be making a more detailed video on how to make a rig, so tying on the hooks, make it really detailed, showing some diagrams and where to put the weights on and stuff like that. So that is the hook tying done. Right, so near the top of the rig, just below the float, I've got a number 6 here just to prop it up nice and quick. And moving down the line, this is a really small rig, so I've got 2 number 8s down here, and then just near the hook, just about 1 inch away from the hook, or 1.5 inches, I've got a number 8, so it just pulls the hook down quick enough so it can get to the fish feeding near the surface of the water. Thank you for watching LPR coarse fishing, and this is how to make a coarse fishing rig for shallow rivers. I hope it's been a good video, so if you liked it just leave a like, and if you have any questions feel free to leave a comment.